Hello, everyone. This is that time of the month again. I'm Thomas LeBlanc.
And I'm Tranna Winter. This is Lucky Stars, your Astropop Odyssey, where we take you through the entire Zodiac by roasting the celebrities born under each sun sign.
And today we celebrate Capricorn season. Now, you may not think that Capricorn is the sign of celebration, but we'll show you today that the world would not be the same without our beloved Capricorns.
And of course, it's the holiday season, and I'm feeling so festive and excited. It's the best time of the year.
Capricorn is the 10th sign of the Zodiac. It aligns with the 10th house. 10th house is the house of professional endeavors, creative journeys. It's the house of the heroic persona. Capricorn covers the period of time between December 22nd and January 19th. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is known to be a disciplinary planet. It's known for being kind of hardcore and sometimes pretty austere. And of course, Capricorn is an earth sign, and we'll have more to say about this later in the episode.
Before we get to the Capricorn celebrities, let's take a closer look at the traits that define Capricorn.
The number one thing to know about Capricorn is they love working, but not only that, they love to tell you about how hard they're working. This is a major Capricorn sign. They're hard workers, and it's not necessarily that they work harder than other people, it's just they talk about it a lot.
I don't know. I think they do work harder than the rest of us. I mean, I always feel guilty around Capricorns and their overachieving natures. But sometimes there is a bit of a downside to that because Capricorns are, because they're so hardworking, they will also take on other people's responsibilities and overburden themselves. Capricorns have a bit of a hard time understanding where the boundaries are.
As a triple water, I love to have Capricorns around. They're reliable, they're steady, they're grounded, and they make good friends for water signs like me. I may not recommend a Capricorn to a Leo, for example, but for anyone with Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer in their chart, Capricorn is a really good friend to have.
Absolutely, because Capricorns really love to keep a close circle. And the water signs are all about intimacy, so it all sort of adds up. What I love about Capricorns is that they are very realistic. Throughout this year, we've talked about signs that tend to be very dreamy and wanting to create their own worlds, but Capricorns are really dedicated to the real world and making the world a better place.
Ultimately, Capricorns are fighters. Actually, there are a lot of boxers and wrestlers who are Capricorns, and when they start a race, it's to win it, it's to get to the finish line first, and that's something I really appreciate about really Capricorn being so committed to the long haul. Excellent. Now is the time to jump right into our Capricorn celebrities.
I have the ultimate Capricorn, the queen of Capricorns, the queen of the world, really. It's Dolly Parton, born January 19th. I mean, on our show, we do love to roast people and give these celebrities a little bit of a hard time, but Dolly is truly untouchable. Dolly is the Switzerland of the musical world. Everyone loves Dolly. She refuses to get political, although we know from her art what she stands for and who she is. Dolly encapsulates that hard-working Capricorn spirit, but I think she also best represents the Capricorn aspect that is all about uplifting people. Dolly is so charitable. Dolly started the Imagination Library, which is this amazing service that gets books in the hands of kids all over the United States and even in Canada. And I think it's gone international now. We all know that Dolly donated a bunch of money to Moderna to develop the COVID vaccine. And that also speaks to how grounded they are in reality. Dolly is not some flighty, dreamy person that people might think she is. She is so committed to making this world a better one. Where the hell would we be without Dolly Parton?
Vaccine, 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 vaccine. I'm begging of you, please don't hesitate.
Now, because this is Lucky Stars and we are roasting people, I will say the only horrible thing that Dolly has ever done is her Netflix film, Christmas on the Square.
No, it's so good.
No, it's awful. I watched it last year when it premiered. Look, I will be watching it again this year because it has entered my roster of my favorite bad holiday movies, but it is pretty f***ing terrible.
Who are you?
Well, Angel.
What do you want from me?
But we love you, Dolly. We worship you, and we would truly be nothing without your bright, shining Capricorn light.
And just a note on the art, sure, Christmas on the Square is not the best movie, but she's made so much good art and great movies. Of course, 9 to 5, workplace comedy, that's the ultimate Capricorn setup.
Now they're going to find the poison when they do the autopsy on the body.
I'm gonna get rid of the poison.
I Will Always Love You. Talk about steady love and commitment. And of course, Jolene, you know she loves honesty, and honesty is the thing that is most valuable to her.
Your beauty is beyond compare with flaming locks of auburn hair.
Dolly is a Capricorn through and through, and we adore her. And I think she's roasting herself. I think that's why it's kind of harder to roast her, because she's just in on the joke.
I am a self-made woman, and I have the doctor bills to prove it.
Capricorns also really love money. A lot of Capricorns sort of, gauge their success by how much money they make. Now, Dolly definitely spreads her money around, but she is a shrewd, smart as businesswoman. Back in the day, Elvis Presley wanted to cover I Will Always Love You, and Dolly was so excited, but his condition was that he would get part of the publishing of the song from then onwards, and she was like, no, I am keeping the publishing 100%. I love you, Elvis, but sorry. And that was the best decision she ever made, because then Whitney covered it and it became the biggest song of all time. So we all can learn from the business savvy of the Capricorn.
From Dollywood, we travel to Daddywood with Ricky Martin, born December 24th. Yes, my favorite daddy, the gay messiah, literally born on Christmas Eve, is a Capricorn. And I think Ricky gave us the most satisfying coming out of all time, because it was rooted in honesty and honor, which is really, really important to Capricorns. Ricky is a real earth sign kind of guy. He's sensual, he's hot, he's muscular. And in 2020, when he was on the cover of Out magazine, he was literally making love to the earth. Now, earth signs people, they love construction, they love houses, they love the built environment. You have to watch this hilarious house tour that Ricky did with his husband, Joseph, a few years ago with Architectural Digest. He is gayer than gay. If you don't see it in Ricky, if you watch that video, you'll see the gay daddy. And it's really beautiful to see. He's an inspiration. I want to be with Ricky. I want to be Ricky. I'm obsessed with him. And Ricky loves his furniture. You have to watch this clip.
I take her with me everywhere. I love my table.
We all know the music that Ricky released 20 years ago with Livin' La Vida Loca. She bangs. But my favorite Ricky musical moment is his collaboration with Maluma. It came out in 2016. And really, Ricky and Maluma, come on, this is what gay sex dreams are made of.
My favorite Ricky musical contribution is actually his underrated Christmas song called Ay Ay Ay. And this is a song that is about Ricky being so busy that he has no time to get you a present. So what he's gonna do instead is f you all night. And that is the best Christmas present you could ever ask for.
That's fair. I'm down.
I can give you ay, ay, ay. All you need is ay, ay, ay.
Actually, Ricky Martin is turning 50 years old on December 24th, 2021. Happy birthday, Ricky. I have a gift for you. You know where to find me.
I don't have a gift for you, Ricky, because I've been too busy, so I'm just going to have sex with you all night. Our next Capricorn celebrity is one of my true heroes. It's Eartha Kitt, born January 17th. Now, you know, when we talk about earth signs, we talk about the love of home and lifestyle, and Eartha in the 80s totally embodied this glamorous, campy, over-the-top kind of life. One of my favorite Eartha songs, which I think many of us can relate to, is called I Love Men. And it's Eartha basically just shopping for jewelry, shopping for clothes, and then the video ends with her basically in a gay bathhouse just living her best life. And I live for it. Capricorns are all about quality of life, and Eartha f***ing knew what that was all about.
I love a man, I love a man, love a man.
Now, in reading about Capricorns, I came across something really interesting. There's this idea that Capricorns age in reverse. Because when Capricorns are young, they take themselves so seriously. They're working so hard, they're trying to prove themselves, they have such high standards. But as they grow older, they tend to let some of that go and allow the happy inner child to emerge. And I think Eartha really embodies that. You know, she had a really tough early life. And I think that as she got older, she just became more and more joyful. And I live to see it.
In any comparison between Batgirl and myself, she runs a poor third.
My next pick is Kate McKinnon, yes, the SNL legend, born January 6th. Now, because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, people might think that it's a really serious sign, but Capricorns can be extremely funny. And in the case of Kate McKinnon, it's because she brings seriousness, precision, perfectionism to how funny she is. Look, we stand Bowen Yang on this series. Bowen is a Scorpio. We love Bowen, but we have to give it to Kate McKinnon for queering SNL over the last decade. She gave us so many great characters and impersonations. And I have to say, as someone who follows politics, she was such a relief to survive the traumatic years between 2016 and 2020.
You won't go to prison, Jeff.
Oh, I know, because I'm a sneaky, lying little villain.
I love how Kate plays with gender when she plays male politicians like Jeff Sessions.
When I say I do not, you say recall. I do not.
Or Rudy Giuliani.
Don't worry, I told them that you were openly colluding with Russia, but then I ended with, so what?
But of course, her masterpiece is her Hillary Clinton in one of the most iconic Christmas SNL skits of all time.
Next up is someone so near and dear to my heart. It's Mel C from the Spice Girls, born January 12th. Now, is it a surprise that the best Spice Girl is a Capricorn? Absolutely not. Now, I'll be honest, when I was a kid, Mel C was my least favorite Spice Girl because I hate sports. She was not glamorous. She was always in a fucking tracksuit and sneakers, and that was very unappealing to me. But with time, I have come to my senses, and I can see so clearly that she was truly the best. And there would be no Spice Girls without Mel C. I know a lot of people think that Jerry is the nucleus of the Spice Girls, but she is not. Mel C is the best singer in the group, the best dancer, the hardest working Spice Girl. She took it the most seriously. She's the only one who's still releasing music, and her new music is seriously amazing.
That's who I am.
Now, the only thing when it comes to Capricorns like Mel C is that they can become so hardworking that they can become a little boring. So I would love to see Mel C really let loose. Mel C was just recently on Dancing with the Stars, and she went so hard. Like, if you see her Instagram, she was training hours and hours and hours. She got eliminated sooner than she thought she would, and she was truly devastated. Give yourself a break, Mel C. You've been working so hard for the last 25 years. You deserve to relax. I think Mel C also embodies that Capricorn thing of being so hardworking and having such high standards that you expect those around you to meet the same standards. And if they don't, then you take on their responsibilities. And that's why Mel C carried the entire Spice Girls vocally. If you take out Mel C's vocals, everything else falls apart. So thank God for her Capricorn determination. She was not gonna let the Spice Girls fail. And that is a wrap on Capricorn. We're wishing you the happiest holiday season. Please do not pull a Capricorn and work through the holidays. This has been such a year. Please take a break and chill.
Thank you so much for watching. If you know a Capricorn that would be offended by this video, please share it with them, tag them. You can follow Xtra Magazine on YouTube, on social media, Instagram, and Facebook. And we'll see you again next month with Aquarius.